Yo, 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 what up, y'all? Fro Thizzle. Frotober 2025 into his house. Yes, sir. And today I'm going to be talking about Scream 4. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. So we start this film off with the fake out. We see two girls sitting on a couch until they get brutally murdered, and it's revealed to be stab 6. Then we move on to another set of girls where Kirsten Bell here makes a cameo and in a surprise stabs the other girl on the couch, and this is revealed to be stab 7. And then we move on to another two set of girls that are actually placed in real-time Woodsboro where they get slashed and diced up. And I've honestly never been the biggest fan of this opening. I know that it's quite adored by an audience out there that enjoys this film. Me personally, I always thought it was a little too much. We reunite with Sidney Prescott, still played by Neve Campbell, who's returned to Woodsboro with the book tour for her self-help memoir, Out of Darkness. She's clearly grown stronger since her past, but unfortunately, Ghostface also returns and is ready to make her the star of a new kind of reboot. Also coming back are Dewey Riley, David Arquette, who's now sheriff, and Gail Weathers, who's hit a creative slump trying to write her next big story. Together they try to figure out what's real, what's staged, and what's next on the killer's list. We're introduced to a new cast of teens who represent the remake generation. Jill Roberts, played by Emma Roberts, who's Sydney's cousin. She's seemingly quiet, seems to be sweet, and she's trying to live outside her famous relative's shadow. We also have Kirby Reed, played by Hayden Panettiere, who's pretty much Randy's replacement in this film. She's the one that has all the horror movie trivia down to a T. And we have Charlie and Robbie, played by Rory Culkin and Eric Knudsen. And these two are film geeks who are running a live streaming horror club obsessed with stab and the rules of modern horror. Bodies start dropping fast and Ghostface calls return, but now through cell phones and webcams. Gail tries to investigate solo and gets attacked at a Stabathon party, realizing the killer knows the franchise rules inside and out. The most brutal death to me has to go to the character Olivia, who gets brutally stabbed multiple times while trying to fight Ghostface back, but he eventually leaves her gutted with her intestines spilled out all over the bed that she's lying on. Very gruesome kill that I consider to be the standout. Anthony Anderson pops up playing Deputy Perkins, but he doesn't have much to do. I always felt he could have had a little bit more screen time, and while I like his death scene a bit when he gets stabbed in the forehead, I don't care for the line, "Fuck Bruce Willis," before he collapses and dies. I think it is a little bit corny. There is one moment that gives me a pretty big chuckle and it makes me roll my eyes at the same time, and that's when Robbie is about to get stabbed to death right before Ghostface gets him, and he says, wait, I'm gay, if that helps," and Ghostface kills him anyway. It's a pretty dumb line, but the delivery from Eric Knudsen, it gave me a pretty big laugh. When we get to Jill's house, Ghostface is finally revealed, and this time around, it's Jill and Charlie. Jill's motive is pure fame, and she's tired of sitting in Sydney's shadow, and she wants to become the new final girl by surviving her own orchestrated massacre. She says something along the lines of, "You don't have to be famous, you just have to have fucked up things happen to you." After Jill stabs and kills Charlie and thinking that she killed Sydney, she starts injuring herself and slamming her face into walls and scratching herself up and staging a crime scene to make it look like she's a survivor. And I gotta say, this part always makes me unintentionally laugh. I really think it's stupid with every watch. Just when Jill thinks that she pulled it off, she finds out that Sydney survived. The final fight goes down in the hospital, where Jill tries to finish the job, but Sydney turns the tables with a defibrillator that fatally turns Jill's brains into mashed potatoes. Overall, the kills are bloody, they're fun, and some are memorable in Scream 4, but I feel like this one doesn't hit as hard as the first two. The performances are solid. Nev, David, and Courtney do the absolute best they can, but this film feels very light-weighted to me. And part 4 has one of my least favorite Ghostface portrayals. I don't really care too much for the characters of Jill or Charlie, and I feel like their reveals don't really have too much oomph. But I'll still take them over the reveals in 5 and 6. It's a smaller nitpick, but the cinematography is a bit strange and has a weird looking filter over most of the scenes. Maybe that's just me, but part 4 doesn't look as good as 1, 2, or even 3. I don't hate this movie, and in fact I actually quite enjoyed it back at the theater in 2011, but the more I rewatch it, the more problems I find with it. It doesn't really hold up the best in my opinion. But I'll still take part 4 over the 2022 requel. I enjoy 6 a bit more, but I do think 4 is better than 5. The first 3 films are still the best to me. I'm going to give Scream 4 a 6 out of 10. And that's it, y'all. It's your boy Fro. What did you think about the 4th installment of Scream? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. Patreon in my description box. And you can also cop this brand new Thizzle review shirt. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you. I'm out.